Hi everybody, so today I've got a hot new releases, will I buy it, should I buy it, let's chat video for you. So I'm going to be talking through some of the releases I've seen that are coming out or have just very recently launched. And I'm going to be asking you what you think about them. Do you think I should review them, or I'll be telling you what my thoughts are, whether I've already decided whether I'll be getting them. So lots of really interesting ones. So I've been very keen to get this one out because I've seen some fabulous ones that I really wanted to show you, and also for you to be prepared for coming out soon because you might be really interested in some of these ones. So I cannot wait to get started with this. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah, I'm 48, I'm not a professional, I'm just somebody who loves makeup and beauty, and here on my channel I show you the latest releases, show you my favourite looks, and give you any beauty news that you might be interested in. If you do think that you'd enjoy this content, I do upload here every single week regularly, a number of times, and I would love it if you did subscribe to my channel. Lots of people don't subscribe, but they watch lots of videos, so if you could, it would be ever so helpful to me. But if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here. Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's get straight into this review. So I'm moving myself over here a bit so that there's a bit of room here for me to show you all the pictures of everything I'm going to show you today. The first thing is a huge release of lip products from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the picture I've seen here, and well, let's go straight into the details on these. Actually, I don't have any details on these, I'm afraid. I've only got pictures. But these are the very sort of thin bullets, and if it's the same formula as last time, it's quite a hydrating formula, but with plenty of lasting pigment. So we do have lots of the shades to look at. So let's just quickly look through those shades. Starting with number 122. And I don't know if I want that shade actually, but anyway, that one looks nice, but you can see what I mean about the very sleek bullet. I've only got a couple in this formula, but I remember it was really good. So if it's the same formula as last time, then I'm definitely interested, and I love a Charlotte Tilbury lip. The next one is 152, which does look like a sort of everyday pink for me. That's very sort of slightly cool tone, so I'm definitely interested in that one. 168 looks quite nice, maybe for autumn as well. 177, not my sort of shade there, but maybe yours. 133, that one's really cool. Maybe I'd get that. I don't know if it's too cool. What do you think? 199, definitely not my sort of shade, that one. And 128, quite a good autumnal shade there. 188, that's a really good autumn shade. I think I would get that one for the autumn. That was lovely. So there we go. I think I've got two clear winners there for me, haven't I? But looking at them on the arm here, I don't know which ones number-wise I just said I liked, but definitely 188 and 133 and 152 would be the standouts for me personally. I think they're probably the same ones I said. But anyway, I don't have any information on dates, but I do hope, because this was leaked quite a while ago, I hope we'll be getting them quite soon. And now for a release from MAC, which I'm absolutely interested in. They released something very similar last year, and that was in a different form of the Velvet Teddy range, and I absolutely loved it. I love how cool toned this looks. Now if you look at the eyeshadow, let me get a closer look at the eyeshadow. Oh, I don't have a closer look, sorry, I've only got this picture. But anyway, the eyeshadow, if it's the same as last time, you have the 4 eyeshadows on the top, and then you slide it out, and underneath you've got blush and highlight, or bronze, I'm not entirely sure. The picture is just showing us one shade, so we can't see the other side. I would imagine there'll be another powder beneath the eyeshadow that we can't currently see. But you can see it's like a 3-tone. So that looks really interesting, unless maybe that covers the entire section of the bottom. So we've got 3 different layers. That's probably what it is, you know. Highlight across the top, pink blush across the top, and then that deeper reddy blush, which looks very intense. But this looks quite cool toned as well. So this looks like it could be right up my street. Sorry, my camera just completely overheated, so I've switched one of the lights off and tried to cool it down, and I'm back. So the background might have moved around while I was doing that, so I do apologise. Let me know if I look a lot more glowy and shiny than I did before, because I've turned off my soft light, which tries to take down some of that. Anyway, let me return to the video. So we were looking at this MAC eyeshadow, or face palette I think it's going to be called. So it looks like highlight and light blush and a deep blush. That very red blush maybe isn't for me, but everything else absolutely is. And the gloss, I think it looks like a perfect sort of plummy purple colour. Maybe not plum, more purple. But anyway, I think it's going to be lovely for the autumn, sort of winter. And then the elevated mascara, I really enjoyed that. I've been using it a lot. It's sitting literally right next to me because I've been using it a lot since I first tried it. So this is going to be launching in what looks like a really deep sort of burgundy shade. So very excited to try that one actually. And both of these lip products look very good. So I would literally buy this entire collection when it's available here, because I've got a feeling it might have already launched outside of the UK, but I can't see it here in the UK yet. But I'm 100% interested in this one, I really am. So I think this is one of the nicest launches from MAC this year actually. So yeah, last year when they did the teddy version, everything I got in that I loved. It was one of the most fun releases. So that was a summer release, I think. This one's looking more autumn winter. I definitely love the look of that one. I believe you might be able to get that in Nordstrom in the US, I've just read, and it's exclusive for the time being at Nordstrom. So I really hope we can get that soon here. Anyway, now let's move on to a launch from Rhode. So I love the pocket blushes from Rhode, and we've got 2 brand new shades from Rhode, but we don't just have that, we have a few other things. We have this new bag, which I already have. I bought the skincare set which came with the grey bag, so this is the yellow version, but let me tell you, it's a fabulous bag. I use it for my zip and all the creams I use after I've done my zip in the morning, and I keep it every single day wherever I do it. So at the moment that's actually my living room. I sit and do that before I film. So yeah, I've ordered this. Let me just tell you, I've already ordered this. So we have in this collection the 2 blushes in Sun Soak, which is a spiced orange, and then we have Tan Line, which is a pinky tan. I would imagine it's Tan Line that's likely to suit me better, but I do like spiced orange, especially for, it says Sun Soak is the description, but I'm thinking autumn for that one. I think that's a really nice shade. These formulas, they're glowy, they have longevity, I love them. I even like the packaging, even though there's a very divided opinion. Here's a close-up of the yellow bag, by the way, and it is really thick and quilted and it holds a lot. It really is a very good bag. Editing me here, weirdly, about an hour after filming that, my Rhode delivery actually arrived. The bag is as beautiful as I expected, but it's actually a lot smaller. It's actually more of a makeup size bag, which I'm not mad about, but it is a lot smaller than the skincare one, if you want to go for the full set. So what else we have in this kit, if you go for the summer kit, which is what I did, $74 by the way, you get the new glazing mist, which I think I might actually have on my desk, but I can't see it to hand. But I have got the glazing mist. I like it, I don't love it, so I'm not going to highly recommend the glazing mist. But anyway, I haven't even spoke to you about that before. But anyway, we get that, and we get the new peptide lip tint in a lemon teeny. That really drew me in, lemon teeny. So that's going to be a shimmery sheer gold, which smells like sweet citrusy lemon cocktail. That sounds delightful. It hasn't arrived to me yet. I can order from Rhode here in the UK, but they do take a while to get here. I have had an update saying it's on the way to me, so as soon as I get it, I will definitely be showing you that. But I would definitely, my recommendations for this would be the blush and the lip. But if you go for that set, it worked out almost like I was getting the mist free, so I thought, well, I might as well, because it's something I can use, it's just not a favourite. I love the skincare line from Rhode though. I just think that's probably now bottom of my pile of favourites in their skincare range. And then to a very exciting picture here, which is the new palettes coming out from Hourglass for the holidays. Sorry, my dogs are off again. I like the look of all of them, but particularly that bottom one with the fox. I think, well, I don't know, the horse. The horse is probably the one that's going to suit my skin tone the most, but the fox one intrigues me. I love the packaging, I love this design, it's gorgeous. I think this might be my favourite out of all of the releases design-wise. I will be reviewing these. Do you have a favourite of the 3? There is a 4th one that's rumoured to be part of this selection, but I haven't included it because I haven't really had solid confirmation on whether that 4th one's actually going to be there. There is actually a picture here which is kindly provided by Chick Profile 4 on Instagram, who I highly recommend you follow, by the way. And you can see here the launches we've had over the years. So we've got the 3 at the top showing the new ones, then we've got the ones from last year, the year before, and so on. So you can see the sort of comparisons. I do believe we're getting a number of new shades in these palettes, not all new though. I think one of them is particularly bad for repeat shades. I can't remember which one now, but yeah, I think when you look at them all together on the page, I think the new releases look the most interesting to me, and we're getting more of those marbled ones. So I personally really like those, but maybe you don't, and if you don't, maybe that would put you off. The only thing I'm not so keen on in the Dia one is those really bright pinks. I don't like bold pinks like that, but anyway, I will be reviewing them and I am looking forward to it. So we can see the three close up there. We've got shots of them individually, but I'm sure you've already seen these online. But any of your thoughts on these, I would absolutely love to get your feedback on these, and as soon as they're launched I will let you know and hopefully get that video out for you. And also we have an autumn, a very interesting actually, autumn / wintry release from Hermes. We haven't had a sort of bigger release like this from Hermes in a while. And I have to say this eyeshadow worries me but intrigues me, and I think it means I'll have to try it because I love the one from last year. These colours look way too bold for me, but I'm already thinking that blue matte all over the eye, and then a little bit of that purple just to deepen up here in the outer V, then that lovely bluey green can be a liner shade for me. And then the gold is the only one I don't know about, but the gold would be inner corner. But I can see that being quite a look if you're going for a look on fair skin. If you've got a deeper skin tone, you've got even more possibilities with this. It really intrigues me. I loved the formula last time. They're very pricey, but I think I probably will get this eyeshadow. What else is in the picture? We've got lipsticks. What are those? Are they nail products? I don't know. Have I got any information? Yeah, they're nail polishes, eyeshadow palette, and the number of the eyeshadow palette is number 12, Ombre Optiques, and that's the shades in it: violet, blue, grey, gold and green. Definitely interested in those. And then the lips, we have number 24, Rose Epure, which is soft with a hint of rosewood, and then we have 55 Rose Mauve, which is just a mauve, and 69 Rose Primaire, which is a vibrant magenta. So this is, have I got a release date just coming soon? So I would imagine it'd be quite soon, because this isn't a holiday release, it's a full release, so I would imagine it probably drop very soon. And then on to another release that's completely disappeared online, and I can't find it anywhere other than the US Urban Decay website. So this is the new version of the Naked palette from Urban Decay. So they're releasing a cool and a warm, or they've already released actually in the US, but as usual with Urban Decay, they are not available here. We used to have an Urban Decay UK website, if you know, and if you try and go on it now, it says it doesn't exist, and they now give you a stock list, or stockist list rather, of places that sell Urban Decay, which means it's harder to get your hands on new releases, because not only do they launch in the US first, but they don't have a website in the UK anymore to launch on. So they seem to take months to get here. So I am quite intrigued by these because they're full face palettes with creams, contours. If we look at this picture, I think there is, yeah, it says creams, mattes, shimmers and glimmers. So you can use this for eyeshadow, to line, to contour. You can do your brows. I think you can even use it to bronze, I think it's suggested in one. Is there a picture of that here? I'm sure I saw that somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So using it as a bronzer and a nose contour. So basically this is a full face palette. It's not covering the lips, but it's covering everything else. So you can do your eyes, your brows, and you can contour. So I am quite interested. I think the cool tone one looks really good, and I like the fact that it's all in one. I think this was actually designed by makeup artists, so you can see that in a way, because they've put everything in that they know that they need when they do a full face. And this is, I think it's a very good design. Very simple, but it's got everything you could need. So this could be fabulous for travel. But I don't know if there's any interest. I have a feeling if I get this, nobody will watch it. So let me know. Would you like me to get these when they are finally available in the UK, which could be sometime next year, knowing Urban Decay. But if they do become available, would you like me to review them? Because I'm on the fence with these. And now onto a fragrance. This is from Phlur, which I've literally just tried recently. I've tried the Dragon Fruit. So which one is the dragon fruit? I think they are all the same, as in they're just mists which you can use for body and hair, I believe. I could be wrong there. This is a new brand to me. I thought this was quite nice, but I wasn't wowed by it, I have to be honest. The fragrance doesn't last very long and it's just okay. I thought it was going to be a lot better. But this one caught my attention because it's pear, which is very different, very different. Have we, it's apple and pear and watermelon. I mean, that's so beautiful. Top notes are Granny Smith apple, pear and watermelon. Heart notes are apple blossom, violet, pink lady apple. Base notes, pink praline and musk nectar. This one is available from July the 31st on their website and on Sephora. You can get a lot of Phlur in the UK, I think from Cult Beauty or Space NK, one of the two. So I'm hoping this will eventually reach us, because these fragrances, we don't really want them for the winter, do we? We want them for maybe summer moving into autumn, I would imagine. But definitely interested. And these $25 for 3 ounces, $38 for 8 ounces are the prices. This is a hair and body fragrance mist, which I think they all are, but it's not saying it on my dragon fruit one for some reason. Anyway, if you know, feel free to let me know. Have you tried anything from Phlur? Do you have any top recommendations? Because I do love sweet fragrances, but this one I feel like I could spray it all over and do it for, I don't know, I could spray and spray and spray, and I don't think it would get very intense, which I know is the intention of a fine mist for the body and hair. It's not supposed to be super strong, but I do know that we do have others on the market which have a bit more longevity than that, so I don't know, but I still want to try this because of those different combinations. Anyway, we have a few things from Fenty to talk about, and that's probably the thing I'm most excited to mention today. So we have this, which is being teased and not released yet. This is the Unicorn, I think it's called the Unicorn Gloss Bomb Stacks, it says, but they're sticks, aren't they? But anyway, Unicorn Blizzard, a must-have lip gloss with 3 stacked layers of limited edition iridescent periwinkle shimmer, all in one luscious swipe. So a shimmering iridescent periwinkle. You don't even need me to continue if you're thinking, is she getting this? Because I'm sure you're all at home going, of course she's getting this. And no, yes, of course I am. Of course I am. It's Fenty. It's become a requirement in my life. If Fenty launch a lip product, I don't care what the description is. I don't care what it looks like. I'm getting it, because I am just obsessed completely. And that word gets used too lightly on the internet, but if you know me, you'll know that this is quite a deep obsession. So 100% getting it. I think it looks lovely, and I don't care if it's childish. I just don't care. Just like I don't care with the Smurf launch. A lot of people might be mocking it. I love it. I just love Fenty. I just adore them. But we have more coming, and this is really exciting. I thought when I saw the teaser we were just getting one highlight, but no, we are getting all of this. Look at this sparkling diamond release from Fenty. Now, needless to say, other than maybe one product, I want every single thing from this collection. My only slight concern is I've heard it's going to launch in Ulta in the US only, and we may get it a few months later in the UK. I really hope I'm wrong on that. But anyway, if we look at this picture, we have the Diamond Bomb all over Diamond Veil, which we already had in that one shade, but we are getting 3 new shades. Lavender Lover, which is a periwinkle sparkle. Oh, I don't just need that, I need a lifetime supply. Then we have Pink Ice, a pink opal sparkle, 100%. Then Trophy Wife, metallic gold sparkle. I think that's definitely one for the deeper skin tones, not for mine. I will be skipping that. That's the only skip in this collection for me. The Gloss Bomb Stix in a high shimmer gloss. We have, well, it doesn't say what the shade is, does it? Oh, it does. Platinum Sparkle, and I've seen this on the Fenty Instagram. If you go on the Fenty Instagram, they put out videos, and they are the only brand I know, when they show you what it will look like, it actually will look like that. So when you see all that sparkle and shine, that is exactly what you're getting. Fenty do not exaggerate. So trust those videos, because they always are exactly as they say. There's one product I probably won't get. When I read the description, I might get tempted. But anyway, the Body Lava body luminizer. I don't use body luminizers, so I don't think I'll get it. It's saying it's going to be $59 as well, so that is quite a lot. The Diamond Bomb, by the way, will be $43. But the Lava Body Luminizer says will leave your skin looking dewy with a high shine finish and a floral vanilla scent. I will skip that actually, so that's 2 skips. But let's move to the next one, which is definitely not a skip, and that is the Shadow Stix Diamond Veil Eyeshadow Sticks. These are at $26. Creamy long wear with subtle to shimmered wet diamond sparkle effect. And listen to the description. We have Miss Pretty Lilac Sparkle. We have Champion Champagne Sparkle. Then we have How Many Carats Platinum Sparkle. All day long. Yes, please. Thank you, Fenty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Fenty does make me very happy. And another release which is very exciting for many of you, but I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed. We've waited all year for this and we've finally got a picture of what is coming, and I believe it's coming for fall/autumn, and that is the Byredo eyeshadow palette. So last year we got it around springtime and it was full of all those gorgeous colours. I love that. It's still one of the best palettes I think in my collection, but this one looks absolutely boring to me. The only colour that well, there's 2 colours that stand out, both of which I wouldn't use. One which is a deep gold and one which is a deep red. Neither of those would be used by me. Everything else would, but they're just neutral shades. And there's lots of shades here that look so similar. So here's a slight close-up of the eyeshadow. Do you see what I mean? Lots of those browns and sort of silvers and light shimmery golds, I think. They look so similar. If I wasn't doing this job, this would be an absolute skip. I'm not interested in this. I'm really not. I think it's going to be very expensive and we've got these colours everywhere. I know the formulas are good, but for me they're not better than other brands like Natasha Denona. And this colour story, I just think it's really boring. And whilst people might really appreciate that, how many neutral palettes do you have? Do you need this one? So personally, this would be a skip. But because of the amount of interest surrounding these eyeshadows, I would probably get it. But the other one that's coming with it, this is the smaller one. This one looks a lot more interesting. This one has an orange and 2 blues. And again, we've got a gold. I am a bit fed up of golds because they don't look very good on me. But otherwise, I love that this is a sort of true autumnal shade. And I think the formulas in these are exceptional. So this one I'm quite excited for. It does look a bit deep and rich, but I will have to find a way of wearing it, and I am excited to try and find out. I love the idea of the orange and the sort of turquoisey blue together and maybe lining with the deep blue. I'd probably skip the gold and use the lighter shade as the inner corner. I think that'll be a lovely look. And it looks like we're getting, is that a perfume spray? I don't know what that is with it. But anyway. This is something we've waited for. What do you think? Is it as good as you wanted it to be? Is it a complete disappointment? Did you want something that was a lot more interesting, like that gorgeous one we got last year? Because I certainly did. Anyway, let's move on. We've got, I think this is a reformulation and a sort of rebrand of these setting sprays, the all-nighter setting sprays, which are so incredibly popular, aren't they? So we've got 24-hour wear and 3 finish in the all-nighter setting sprays. So one is a natural finish, one is a glowy finish, and one is a matte finish. Well, what is different about these is they're ultra fine, described as ultra fine and weightless, which sounds right up my street actually. So because these are such solid formulas, I would probably get one of these. I don't know which one I'd get. I know the natural finish. I think natural finish is probably the one I'd go for. I certainly don't want a spray to add glow, but then I don't necessarily want to mattify, so I don't know. I'll have a think about that, but I definitely will try at least one, and maybe all 3 actually. I might just try all 3 of those. Oh, we have another Fenty one I forgot to mention. Silly me. Fenty is just through. This is why I wanted to get this video out, because it's all about Fenty. This is already launched in the UK and it's on its way to me, and it's actually currently reduced as I'm putting this video out, so do go on the UK Fenty website and you can get this with about £4 or £5 off at the moment. So we have another duo colour. This one is a mixture of hot chocolate and fussy. I love Fussy, and I'm sure if you've tried the products from Fenty, you know Fussy is one of those shades that is just universally loved. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. But now for the autumn we have it blended with a bit of hot chocolate. But it won't smell of chocolate, which somebody commented to me they were disappointed of. This one's going to have a vanilla and peachy fragrance, which is fine by me. I love those sorts of fragrances, and I love peach. And I love Fenty, so it's another win. And here's how it's going to look on the lips. Doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? So that one is on the way to me. I've actually got some pictures I could have shown you earlier, so I'll quickly show you now, of the big Fenty launch. I should have shown you straight away, but anyway, let me just go back a bit. This is Lavender Lover, the highlighter. This is a picture of it on off, just look at this. And then we have the Trophy Wife, the one I'll be skipping, which does look beautiful on this model, doesn't it? And then we have Pink Ice. Fabulous. And then we have swatches here of the eyeshadow sticks. All three look beautiful. And here are some images of the eyeshadow sticks on the eyes, so you can see them there. So this will be available on August the 1st, that collection. So sorry I'm going back on myself. I've just put my notes together in a bit of a scramble, but that's because this was just a very Fenty based video. I should have just called it Hot New Releases from Fenty with a couple of other things chucked in to make it look like this isn't all about Fenty, but my obsession continues. So please Fenty, do not make us wait too long. I need that collection so badly. But we do have other exciting ones which may take their time to reach us too, like the one from MAC. I definitely really fancy that one. But I would love to hear your thoughts on everything I've shown you today. Which of these products are you interested in, disappointed by, or really excited by? Whatever your thoughts are, I would absolutely love to hear them. And obviously I really appreciate your feedback on anything you want me to review that I might have said I'll skip. I know most of it I said I probably won't, because these are things that interest me in this video. I have actually left out some things that are not necessarily interesting, sort of going by the feedback I get from you. But they're the things that have caught my attention that I thought might catch yours too. So I do hope you found this helpful, and if you have enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you did subscribe. And if you already are, you're at the end of another video, and I'm so grateful to all of you for being here, and I really, really hope to see you all again for my next video. Take care everybody, bye!